5-minute trap. Five-minute trap.
Pandas. Pandas. Pandas, 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 pandas. Good morning, my pandas. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you guys can join us. We just finished the pre-market show. Always have a blast there, and we would love if you guys join us. Pre-market show, we go over my account statuses and my off-stream trades. And so, if you are like more interested in what I'm doing and trying and supportive of me, then you can become pandas and have access to that pre-market show, and you can see all my pre-market or all my off-stream trades. You can see all my accounts. You know, I'm very vulnerable there. Show everyone. I mean, there might be a day. There might be a day where, you know, my accounts are so big I would feel uncomfortable to share with anyone. But you know, that's the dream. If I can get it that big, that's not a bad problem to have. But when we get there, we'll get there. If you guys are just joining, make sure you guys fill out that poll. Russell H, good morning. Hussein, good morning. Michael McFerrin just became a panda. Thank you for your support. Enjoy your green name, enjoy your two-legged pullback badges and forms over time. Enjoy your panda emoticons and enjoy the pre-market show. Let's go, baby. Good morning, guys. Kellyanne, good morning. Spawn Productions, good morning. Russell H, good morning. Let me pin this coupon for you guys. Good morning. Yeah, I think if you're on your tablet, for some reason the join button's not there, which is a little bit silly. Thanks, guys, for guiding Michael McFerrin. I think he's found his way. If you guys are just joining, make sure you scalp that like button. Also, if you're just joining, make sure you drop a GM in the chat. I'd love to know where you're from. So if you feel comfortable, drop your location as well. Don't drop your address. I don't want to know your address. I don't care about your address. Right? I don't want that kind of information. I just want to know the general country you're from. So guys, if you guys can do that, that would be great. I'd love to get the feel of the audience here. It's actually amazing to have like literally everyone around the world joining. You know, a lot of people from Canada. You know, when I look at the analytics, right? Second place is definitely Canada. You know, Canadians love trading. So I call them Panadians, especially when they join the stream. But they hold up. India is actually pretty close up there too. India, they are, you know, let me check it out. Let me see what place every country's in. But it's awesome. You guys trade all around the world, and you guys all trade the same product here, the futures, which is awesome. It's crazy. All right. United States, of course, it's the most. Canada is second, right? United Kingdom is third, and fourth place is actually India. Man, I didn't know people in India just love trading so much. It's crazy. And then we have like some people from Germany and some people from Singapore and Indonesia. That's actually really surprising to me. Singapore and Indonesia being up there in the top 10 for me. Singapore and Indonesia. I guess they're really big into trading there as well. Very interesting, but hey, love to everyone. One second. Just closing some stuff up. Alright, pandas, we're gonna get our bamboo today. Let me just tell you guys a little secret. How would you have known we were gonna start to have a rocket reversal yesterday? What are some things that switched the gears from incredible downtrend, right? Literally all this huge downtrend from here to here, this downtrend, right? Over 100-point downtrend, and comes back up 100 points. What are some clues that you can know that was gonna happen? I guess I'll tell you later because the market just opened. Let's go, baby. Market just opened. Let's get our bamboo today. Stay patient, pandas. That's a reversal trade, but coming after all of this chop with first break of trend, not interested. Thinking, you know, test a new high. Or test a previous high, you know, to make it some sort of double top. You know, Albrook says every single reversal is some form of a double top or double bottom. Lower high or a higher low. Or lower low, higher high. Ooh, look at that. So that's why I was scared to enter that, because you could break a trend, then test a new high, and you got to test a double top right now. You're actually thinking one more leg up here, one more leg up. You're not interested in this trade. You're not interested in a downtrend until you get one more leg up, which is exactly what we just got right there. We got that one leg up. It's a small leg, but that still counts. Now we actually made a new high with that second leg up. So now you're actually thinking downtrend. So if we get another reversal pattern to the downside, pandas, we're thinking to go short here. Right, first break a trend, test a new high. Right, small spike in channel, super choppy here. I'm gonna try to fade the breakout if I can. Let's see if we can do it. And it might be a nice fade. You know, if you get a good setup here, you can get a nice fade here. This is a trap to the long side, outside bar reversal. I actually want to go short here, pandas. Clearly above the 20 MA here. But that price action makes me want to go short here if we break this candle low. Do I want to start the first trade off the stream as a loser? It's a bit risky. I'm going to sit on my pause. It does break the previous candle's low. Bouncing off the 20 EMA. Breaking further the 20 EMA. That's why I kind of wanted to trade when I don't go in it. That's what happens. You know why I want to enter that trade? It's because what we ended up having was a failed trap, and this is advanced counting because it includes hidden second entries, but A, B, C, A, right? That second entry short trigger, and then reverses that trap triggers, and that trap fails, and this is why we're getting strong push down. That's why I was really interested in going short here because of the price action, but I sat on my pause because I was not sure if that hidden second entry would be strong enough to reverse this, and obviously it was because we're on top of the trading range, coming right back to the bottom. That's exactly where I was swung it. I was swung it to the bottom of the trading range, and I would kept my main position probably down here, but we'll see. But hey, you know, can't trade it now. But that's why I want to enter short. Some of you guys were probably saying that's crazy. Why would you enter short there? Because of the price action, right? Top of the trading range, we got a reversal pattern, right? Failed trap, right? Failed attempt to break out. That's essentially what that is. And right, we have basically 1, 2, 3 attempts to break out, and then reversal. Why do I say 1, 2, 3? It's because of the price action, right? And the reason why I counted that way specifically is because you have the one here, then reversal, one here, then another reversal, and then within the same bar tries to reverse. So we got 1 attempt, 2 attempts, 3 attempts. Now fails. Doesn't actually quite reach the bottom of the trading range, which actually might stop me out because I probably would have been very stubborn and just held it till we hit the bottom of the trading range. So it might have been a good thing I didn't enter that trade. I might have been stopped out right there, or stopped out technically up here, but yeah, I don't know. Might come up, might come back up. Who knows now? Makes us a double top, a lower high setup. You think you're still in a downtrend, but you know, looking for a new low at this point. Outside bar reversal, right? That's scary if you're swing trading. You're actually trying to wait for that, trying to hit the down here. But yeah, I mean, you're worried at this point if you're swing trading. If I was in this swing trade, I would have, you know, 2 times risk reward, which is this, I'd probably take my main position out here and try to ride the rest down to here. Obviously, you got stopped out once it spiked back up. Are we in a downtrend or uptrend, pandas? The terrible signal bar that does scalp you out, so I'm skipping that trade. That's a terrible signal bar, pandas. It does end up pushing strongly, but with that kind of signal bar, I cannot take that trade. Huge risk plus terrible signal bar. Can I take that trade? But pandas, yesterday was crazy, and I cannot tell you. I mean, honestly, in the two-legged pullback Discord, about like quarter of the way up on the uptrend, I started saying in the two-legged pullback Discord, this is a very strong uptrend. And early on the stream yesterday, I mentioned I was actually very surprised at how far down we were going yesterday, because I was saying I think the market wants to wait till Wednesday to make its move, right? The market wants to wait till Wednesday to make its big move, because that's the FOMC meeting, and that's gonna be at 2 p.m. tomorrow. And I felt like that event was gonna trigger the actual move that we're gonna have. And then when I started seeing yesterday's downtrend, I was kind of shocked. I was like, this is really surprising, because I didn't think investors or traders, institutions, whatever, would be so confident to go that direction or any direction until Wednesday. But lo and behold, yesterday, where did we end up? We basically ended up yesterday on Friday's close, which is basically a huge, gigantic doji bar, undecided, right? The market's having a hard time to decide where to go. Like a pullback goes long here. Break a trend, new high, right? Break a trend to new high now. New low. It's a double top currently. I think it's going to break higher, to be honest. Look at the price action. Does break higher. Breaking back up. I mean, we can come back to yesterday's close here and make another doji bar. I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up dojing today, and I'm surprised if we just recover all this just to come back up here because of the FOMC meeting. Of course, it's not financial advice. I have no idea, really. I just have probabilities, just, you know, from previous events, from the past, what happens in the past. And if we're going to carry those probabilities over to today, that's just kind of typical what happens. You kind of float around in the week until the FOMC meeting. Especially a big one like this on Wednesday. Pandas. Good morning, pandas. Pandas, make sure you guys, if you guys are interested in 100% risk-free trading, and when I say 100% risk-free trading, I really mean, right, you get to trade someone else's money. And if you want to do that, right, and the only way you can do that is if you pass an evaluation. And the evaluation does cost some money, and that's where the risk is, right? And that's why it's pretty much, you know, almost 100% risk-free. It's not 100%, it's like 95% risk-free trading, because if you just pass the evaluation, pay the evaluation fee, pass it, you get a funded account. You can get $300,000 of funding. Especially using the coupon, that makes it even more risk-free, and I think it's a great deal. So, you know, there is a coupon for you guys, BBM50, and you guys can use that coupon. And also, there's a link there you can use. You know, if you want to help out the channel, that does help. That does help me out. You know, I'm not gonna hide anything. You know, I get some bamboo from that. I get a little bamboo. I do appreciate it that you guys use the link. But the coupon is for you guys. You guys can use the coupon. Get a lower high second entry here. I'll take a trap trade here. I'll take it. If he gives me a trap, I'll take the trap. Give me a trap and I'll take it. It's a good signal bar to go long, though. Very good to go long. Trap triggers outside bar trap. I hate outside bar reversals. I'm sorry. I don't want to take an outside bar reversal, especially with this much risk. trading only 2 contracts here. I'm gonna come back to the bottom of the trading range. This is a trap trade here, but we're starting to get some overlapping bars. But this is a fail second entry long, top of the trading range. I'm looking to go short here. Micro double top now. Pushes up. I'm still actually interested in going short here. I am no longer interested in going short, pandas. It's this volcanic eruption. And I can't go short there. I need one more push up. I need a 2-legged pullback. Unfortunately, it wanted to break that trap and then just come back down and finally make its move now. So I missed that. No trade. Brought con essays as where did you learn to trade price action? You can go to Al Brooks' trading course. Al Brooks' trading course is the king of price action. He teaches you 2-legged pullbacks. He teaches you major trend reversals, which are 2 main things we trade here. So embarrassing when that goes off. Sorry about that. It does reach the bottom of the trading range, pandas, right? Top of the trading range to the bottom of the trading range indicator. You know, in all this price action, you're probably wondering, there's no way we're gonna come back down here. And lo and behold, the price action the trading range indicator uses pure price action to identify trading ranges. Works like a charm. Works again. Can't tell you, especially when you're this choppy here. You know, you're not really thinking these breakouts are going to be successful. We do bounce the bottom of it. We do bounce off the bottom of it. And sorry, I can't speak. I'm speaking too fast, pandas. I feel like a rap god sometimes when I speak. Yeah, some of you guys know that sound. If you guys know that sound, you guys probably could immediately figure out what kind of panda I am. But if you know, you don't know. If you know, you know. Am I looking to go short here off a bounce off the bottom of the trading range? Am I looking to go short here to think that the big overall downtrend it's going to have a continuation to make a new low here? No good setups. I mean, the best setup so far, it's not even that one because you're looking for a new high. The new high is created. And I guess that was the best setup. I was really eyeing this one. Essentially a failed trap to break out. I was really eyeing that one. This ends up, right, break a trend to new high. Then run a downtrend, break a trend to new low. So, right, break a trend to new high. Now, break a trend to new low. And what that means is we should be in an uptrend now with that new low. But man, this 20 EMA acting as resistance. When it looks like that, it's hard to trade into that. Hard to trade to go long here. And below the 20 EMA. I don't typically take trades below the 20 EMA. And I'm not going to start now. I'm actually so tempted to go short there. Or long there. Because of the setup. And the long trade does give you a nice little 2-pointer. And I probably would hold this long trade for... If we get another failed attempt to break out, I'd probably go short here. I need a decent signal bar though. Oh! Get me out of there. I try to set up my order, and my hotkeys gives me some buffer room to put it down like a couple points, so I can have some buffer to drag it up to my entry. But it's so volatile that actually I need to increase my okay, that I have to increase my buffer size, because the moment I open my order to drag it up there, it actually filled me like 2 points away, which is not good. All right, so I gotta change the amount of my buffer. That is not enough buffer for these high volatile days. Woo! All right, let's see. Where do I set this up? I believe here. And let's do a... Sorry, I'm changing my orders because I have 2-point buffer right now on my hotkeys. And when I say 2-point buffer, what I mean basically when I open a trade, it when I open, like when I use the hotkeys to open it like a order, it puts it 2 points away from the current bid or ask. But it's so volatile. The moment I opened 2 points away, it actually filled me, right? Like when I saw this candle forming, I was like, okay, that's good enough for me, right? 1, 2, 3 failures to break above the 20 EMA, right? Good to like a pullback. A, B, C. Opened up my trade nearing the end of this candle because I wanted to see a decent signal bar, and what ended up happening is it spiked down, filled me like 2 points away where that buffer is, and then I was like, okay, I gotta get out of here because that scalp could technically be done already. I don't want to stick around that trade. Of course, it ends up working out, but yeah. Sorry, pandas. So I just increased my buffer size to 4 points, so I have enough time to move my orders around once I open them up with the hotkeys. I really don't understand how people still trade without hotkeys. I know some people are just used to right clicking and then opening up the order. The market sometimes moves so fast. I just don't know how you guys do that. This is an L4 setup or H4 setup, right? 4 pushes down, and these H4s can act as strong, very strong reversal setups. But strong push down because that reversal actually fails, right? We're supposed to reverse there, coming back up to the top of the trading range, ends up failing to reverse. I'm gonna try to capture a large. Here we go. This is our channel, I think, right now. Strong downtrend. Push up. This second entry short is actually too far away from 20 MA. How can I take this even though we're in a strong downtrend? I actually have to skip this trade even though I like it. I like the fact that we have a second entry. Outside bar reversal, another reason not to enter. So I'm just sitting on my pause here. Also coming after an H4. And so if you took the outside bar reversal, right, thoughts and prayers to you, you just got stopped out. Right, that's why you stick to the rules. You stick to the plan. Don't take that 20. Don't take that two-legged pullback so far away from 20 MA. I'll take one here. I'll take this one here. Bad signal bar. But I'll take one here, and I'm gonna actually attach it to the super signal because right when it ends, I want it to move immediately. This is coming after an H4, so this can bite you. This can get you. But I think our downtrend is strong enough, right? 20 EMA also trend line, right? We have 2 key areas here working with us, and we're gonna try to take advantage of that. Signal bar is not the best right now. Forming a little bit better, a little bit better. Very bad signal bar. I'm actually gonna cancel that. The signal bar is too bad for me. It scalps you out immediately though. That is an immediate scalp, but the signal bar is so bad. It's actually one of the worst signal bars, right, that you can ask for. And because of the rules, I gotta skip it. I gotta skip that trade, even though I love that setup. I love it. I love that. I loved it. Right after 20 MA, also offer key area. Very good, very good setup. Terrible signal bar. right? You missed that one thing. See, the reason why I didn't take that trade, pandas, is because if it did trigger below and then decides to do one more push up, I have no one to blame, right? If I had lost that trade, right, hindsight bias is 2020, right? I have a bunch of hindsight warriors coming into my comments saying how bad my trades were. You know, when I have a losing day, right? Never talking about my good days, always talking about just my mistakes. And when they come in, you know, I'm fine with critique. I love it. But when you come as a hindsight warrior, you know, it's quite annoying. But at the time, I take the trades because what I see in real time, right? I can't predict the future. In real time, when I see a signal bar like this, I cannot take it. I cannot take it. You know, and if it goes opposite of me, what would I have to say? I would just say that was a bad signal bar. Why did I take that trade? And you know, you could take this trade if you're aggressive, of course. If you don't care about the signal bar strength, but that's a pretty bad signal bar, right? If the signal bar actually had, like, you know, it was just a little lower or below that 50% mark, or, you know, it has a little, just a little semblance of some weakness. But when you have a green bar like this, kind of ending on the upper third, I can't take it. Can't take it. But the context was awesome, right? You got the key area. You have the two-legged pullback, trend line, also the 20 EMA. Good setup. Good context, terrible setup. Let's just say that. Christian Ortiz says it was a great signal, but I actually already reloaded my historical data. I think I'm up to date. I'm pretty sure I'm accurate with my data. Does my chart looks different than yours, pandas? Like, did you have a good signal bar here? Because if you did, I want to reload my historical. The reason why I'm hesitant to do it is because sometimes when I do it, it takes like 10 minutes for the charts to load. It just takes a long time sometimes. I mean, we're on a downtrend, pandas. I mean, when I look at the daily chart, pandas, this is kind of what I expect, right? Trading range. Even though we see a big move down, I wouldn't be surprised if we get near here and we come all the way back up, or we end up in the middle somewhere. I just would not be surprised if that happens today, because technically what happened yesterday was big down, big up, but that means confusion, and we can have big down, big up again, and we're just in a trading range until albeit the trading range is gigantic. It's huge, over 100-point trading range right now with just one bar. How big is this? Sorry, I'm curious. How big? I'm just fascinated by this right now. Oh shoot, that's not it. 1 second. Apparently I can't read. Where are we, ruler? I keep saying it's over 100 points. It's over 200 points. Wow. We had 200 points down and 200 points back up. That is insane, pandas. It's insane. And the thing is, we're not even halfway there, pandas. We think this volatility is crazy. The VIX is like, what is the VIX at? It's like not even 30. All right, let's reload. Yeah, so if I have a similar charts to a couple of you guys, I'm guessing it's reloaded. I just reloaded right now, and it might take 10 minutes, so it is what it is. I mean, I'm not going to take a trade while it's doing the reload because I have no idea really what the market's doing. But let's just take a moment to admire the aesthetics of the stream now and how far we've come. Man, I love this banner. I love this overlay on the bottom. I love, how it's looking like right now. It's a lot cleaner. I had like an overlay on the top and bottom. Now it's on the bottom, but it's still a little ugly with like the time frame on top left and trade at your own risk little disclaimer on top right. But I just have to have those. I have to have them on the screen somewhere for you guys. So This is where function is, you know, greater than form. All right, we got a reload. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. And the signal bar is the same. You know, same signal bar. So at the end, it's the same. So I just couldn't take that trade. Awesome context, terrible setup. Unfortunate. You know, good move down too. Very good move down. At the end, does make of course a swing trade here, right? 2 times risk reward. Not sure if I would held it all the way to there, but yeah. H4 setup. This H4 doesn't reverse the trade or reverse the market. This H4 actually triggers a break of trend now, still underneath the 20 EMA. We might get another push up here. We might have a pullback here, breaking above the 20 EMA. I wouldn't be surprised. And people are going to look for a reversal setup around here. The reason being also is because we're getting choppy here. It's not as strong as a downtrend. You can see with the price action, right? Strong downtrend here, right? Not the reason why you know it's a strong downtrend and strong uptrend, pandas. And again, this is price action. Is you gotta look for gaps. You gotta look for gaps. And this is what I was gonna mention yesterday. What happens is on these strong trends, right? You have gaps, right, between the pivots. You have a gap from here to here, a huge gap here. You have a small little gap from here to here, right? That's not by coincidence, right? The moment the market comes back to this entry, the bears who said I missed this downtrend, right, continuation, they come back. This is a second chance for them to come back in, and they just enter in when it comes back, right? This is the price action. What's telling us there's a gap right here. I can't really say there's a gap because technically there's no gap, but basically it's a perfect hit, right? It doesn't actually. I guess technically it fills the gap, but bounces off that gap right there. Again, if I make another line right here, you have a 1 tick gap between this low and this high. So that's how we can kind of tell we are in a strong downtrend. We have all these gaps forming, and guess what happens here, pandas? This gap actually gets filled, right? So that second entry short does fail for you and reverses, and you know you're kind of wondering now. The pattern has broken, right? We actually break above, right, this gap, fill beyond it, and now the pattern is slightly breaking now, showing us, right, a loss of momentum of this downtrend where we used to have all these gaps. Now we're not having gaps anymore. So this is when your ears start to perk and say, huh, is the trend reversing or turning to trading range? And if you look at yesterday's chart, you'll see all these gaps, and I might do that later, but I'm still eager to find a trade. Technically, I was like in this trade, a really good trade actually, but I mean, my entry was bad. I just had to get out because that would be really silly if I just stayed in 2 points away from my entry that I wanted to enter in. If you make a mistake, just get out. Even at a loss, I just get out. I don't care. I'm almost looking for a reversal pattern here, pandas. I'm actually looking for a long trade if we can get it, but this is first break of trend actually. Actually, forget it. First break of trend for me. We're looking for a new low still. We're gonna look for a new low here, pandas. Will I take this second entry short? I can't. Too many overlapping bars, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 overlapping bars in a row, and the signal bar is not the best. It does end up scalping you out. It doesn't go very far, but it ends up scalping you out, and pandas, my pandas, hope you guys are doing well. If you're just joining the stream, I'm Buy Money, and on this stream and this stream only, we trade a two-legged pullback live for you guys. And as you guys know, there's a popular strategy out there right now called two-legged pullback, and this setup, the reason why it's so popular is because it's greater than 90% probability to make a point on the emini. Now, am I a 90% trader? I am not. I am not, right? I mix swing trading. The reason being is I mix swing trading. I mix scaling in. I have a couple things I mix in with this setup. But on stream, we tried to trade the two-leg pullback as close as possible to the strategy as how it should be traded. And am I the best at it? I'm sure I am surely not. I am a panda. But on this stream, we are the only stream that trades it live for you guys every single day. And so here we are, trading live, two-legged pullback. And if you're interested in what a two-legged pullback is, I have playlists in the description. You can look that up and find out details of the two-legged pullback. And essentially, we trade here 100% risk-free because we trade someone else's money. We do. We get to trade someone else's money by passing the Apex evaluation. By passing the Apex evaluation, they give you a funded account. That funded account, you get to trade their money. The only risk you really take is the initial evaluation fee. But the nice thing is that Apex has given me a 50% coupon code, BBM50, for you guys, so you guys can use that for 50% off the evaluation. So please use that. Use that code. That's for you guys. Makes it even more risk-free. I'm looking to go short here if I get a second entry short. And no second entry short to be had. Completely gone. If you want more information for that, there's a pinned message with that coupon, also a link to sign up. And yeah, please use that coupon if you are interested in using someone else's money to trade. I actually highly recommend it, not only for beginners, but for anyone, right? Anyone who wants to increase their capital, why not? Why not, do this alongside your regular trading and just to have more capital? The more capital you have, think about it, pandas. If you have 4 accounts, and there's this thing called a trade copier, which copies your trades across those 4 accounts. If you have 4 accounts, and if you make, right, if we basically, more or less 250 trading days in a year, if you can make an average of $300 a day, can you do the math on how much money that is in a year, right, on 4 accounts that you copy those trades in, right? If you can make $300 in one account on average a day, and that's not a hard number to reach, pandas. It's not a hard number. It really isn't. $300 a day. That means at the end of the year, you can make $300,000 a year trading 4 accounts using the trade copier. But one account, if you can just get 300,000, and you just multiply it by 1,000, right? Because that's how the math works, right? 4 accounts times 250. That's 1,000, and you just multiply it by the average of every single day. So if you can make $500 a day on average, guess what, pandas? You're making $500,000 a year. Gary Burke does ask a good question. What happens if an account gets a partial entry? I believe it'll just treat it like any other trade. If it does a partial entry, you do have to keep a close eye on your accounts. That is a risk that you have to be willing to take. So that's why, why not? Even with your own trading, you can supplement it with these accounts. How hard is it to pass the evaluations? I mean, we pass an evaluation live here, and I have several evaluation accounts. Right? I have several accounts that I've passed, and it's just it depends on how good you are, I guess. I guess at the end, it depends how good you are. I don't know what else to say. How hard is it? I do think it's a little difficult because of the trailing drawdown. The trailing drawdown makes it very difficult. It makes it harder than regular trading, and so. But the reason why they do it is because it's for obvious reasons. I don't want to get into, but it's for obvious reasons. At the end, the trailing drawdown protects the company. Arthur Lopez says it's less stressful losing someone else's money. Surely that is. We're just watching here, pandas. I got no setups. Right, these are all first entries, as you can tell with the two-legged pullback indicator. These are all first entries, right? No dark green or dark red numbers, right? These are all first entries because they're just pink numbers. They might look white to you or salmon, but if you want more information about the indicator, either the trading range indicator or the two-legged pullback indicator, you can go to the official website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. You know, I look at this trading range, right? The trading range indicator marked the trading range way back here. And guess where we end up coming? We come to the bottom and back up to the top of the trading range, right? This trading range indicator was automatically put here. I didn't make these lines. These lines are automatically made using pure price action. Again, here, right? Top here, we see a strong push down, comes back to the top, bottom, back to the top, right? Again, another instance where trading range indicator works. Here, trading range indicator, you're saying this super strong breakout, you're like, no way, right? That's going to break out. There's no reason to have a trading range here. And lo and behold, trading range indicator is more correct than you. More correct than me sometimes. How many overlapping bars is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 overlapping bars. No idea what's happening here. I'm not going short there, that is for sure. We have a trading range, very tight trading range too. So any break down or breakout, you're thinking it's going to fail. So if it does come break below here, you're thinking it's come back up. Pandas, my pandas. I'm surprised my my indicator didn't give us. Oh, you know what? I think it reset. Oh, I didn't have the alert on. Hey, sorry. I didn't realize that 10K actually created a trap. 10K chart actually had a trap trade here. Darn it. 10K had a trap here. It does scalp a point, but the alert didn't go off. This trap looks like it does actually fail. But when you look at the 10K chart, man, that's choppy. Strong push down. Huh. Measure move already hit. Looks like a couple of these measure moves hit. Huh. Wow. We're basically retracing everything from yesterday. But this is way too choppy for me, pandas. Right? We do break down, but come back up. Too choppy. We are in a downtrend, though. That is without a doubt. But also the immediate price action is telling us we're really choppy. I just don't have a good setup right now, pandas. Do not have a good setup. I cannot take this short here, pandas, and I hope you know why. We do have a higher low setup here. And I don't know if I'm willing to take this higher. I'll take a trap trade to the long side. That's my only trade to go long. And I may be interested in going short, but really trap trade to the long side is my best bet just because we're so choppy. But let's push up back to the top of the trading range, right? So failed breakdown. Are we gonna fail breakout now? It's a question. 10K chart makes a inside outside bar, right? That means we're in breakout mode. IOO pattern. So that means it's a spanning triangle, right? It's a spanning triangle. Which way will this resolve itself? I guess I'll take a trap trade to the long side. I'll be interested in trap trade to the long side. Fails like entry short, potentially triggering right here, and we might get a breakout to the upside here because we're in breakout mode. I'm thinking this might break out to the upside, but we gotta let the price action come to us. You know, I'm not chasing anything here. I just see this break a trend to new low, thinking we can have a reversal pattern here after an H4 setup. And you know, we get a micro double bottom. We don't even get our setup here. It's not even micro double, it's close. And it starts to push up now. So the market's stingy. Market was really stingy with us. Didn't give us our second entry short to trade that trap here, and it is what it is. You know, you can only take what the market gives you, and the market didn't give us anything there, unfortunately. And that's just how, you know, this when you wait for the setup. If you want to be the high probability type trader, you gotta skip those trades. Even the context you're saying, everything in the context looks pretty good. You gotta skip those trades. This setup, this really big signal bar. I will have to trade. I definitely have to trade smaller here. I could try to look for a reversal here, breaking above, but also this trading range can suck us back in. Hard to take a trade either way here, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm going to consider this as a failed breakout of this triangle. And we might come back to the bottom of the triangle. I can't go long here. I mean, plus it's not a magenta box. Lower high setup of a failed breakout. Still clearly above the 20 MA though. Right, we're balancing out the 20 MA is acting as support now, giving us more probability to break to the upside, but still not enough for me to take a trade here. It's just not enough. Your odds are better to go short here, right? Come back to the bottom trading range or the bottom of this expanding triangle. Those are your better odds at this point. The terrible signal bar, right? I cannot go short there, pandas. I cannot take the signal bar so bad. We have 4 pushes up here. And if this fails to break out, I may be interested in going short, right? Because again, 1, 2, 3 failures to break out. That's enough for me to want to go short and fade this breakout back into our trading range. But I need this trigger to go long and fail. And that's the trade I have to take. That needs to fail, and we need to reverse here. Reverse we are doing. I'll take this trade. Terrible signal bar. But 3 failures to break out. Gonna have to take this maybe at least at the bottom of the trading range, but I'm thinking maybe even comes down here. I'm in this trade, pandas. I'm only doing half my contract sizes. I'm only trading 2 contracts because of how big the risk is right now. And I'm gonna try to come back to the bottom of the trading range here. I'm gonna swing this for 3 points. The reason why bottom trading is because that's an obvious target. You know, it's an obvious target for me. Gotta come bottom of the trading range. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Let's go, baby. Let's get our bamboo. Over $300 today. Basically one trade, and at this point with 4, if you just have 4 accounts, you're done for the day to reach your $300,000 a year goal. Like, I could be done for today, and I could go out, play, do whatever I want, and we're done. You know, we could be done for today. But pandas, I'm gonna stick with you guys in this community because I love trading with you guys. Right, we come back to the bottom, tap off of it, come back up. So we might get a breakout here now. Who knows? Alameen asks, is NT only Windows? It is. You can. There's a couple ways around it. You could either set up a virtual machine on your machine, or you can set up, I believe, a remote desktop. You can pay for a service and install things on the remote desktop, which is kind of cool. And you know, I don't like to tell people how. You know, I don't like to tell people things to make me lose money, but I would recommend this. If you are, for me, I have a for the indicator, it's a 1 license per machine indicator, right? So 1 license per machine, and we'll license for you. But if you want to trade on 2, right, 2 machines, then you gotta buy 2 licenses. And that's not because I want to do that. That's because that's how NinjaTrader essentially, that's how it's made, right? Their licensing verification, that's just how it is. It's kind of old school. I don't know. It's not cloud-based, essentially. So, because of that, it's unique to each machine, the activations. But if you have a remote desktop, or if you have some sort of remote desktop, then technically you can just trade off that remote desktop on any machine you have, and anywhere you are in the world, really, with any computer. And so And so I recommend, it doesn't help my case in making more money off my indicator, but I think for you guys, the goal was never really to try to make more money selling multiple indicators to one person. I don't even really prefer that. I prefer if you guys could use one license for all your machines, but just because the way it's made, I can't ever verify really, if you have one machine or not. We got a wedge here. And also double top, right? So we got a wedge and a double top here. I'm gonna get rid of this, just making things confusing. But wedge here, double top. But if you look at the 10K tick, strong bull bar ending on its high. This is a two-legged pullback. A, B, C. Break a trend, new low. 4 pushes down. Actually, 5 pushes down and reverses strongly. Let's look at the 5-minute. What do we have? What's the 5-minute telling us today? 5-minute is telling us strong bear push, and this ends up being a two-legged pullback. Insane, right? A, B, C, two-legged pullback, push up. This might be the reason why the strong push up. You do have a 95% chance we come back to the 20 EMA sooner or later today, or 99% chance really. But who knows in what fashion that'll happen. But if we go too far away from 20 EMA, just know that that is always a chance that we come back to it. 2 pushes up here, right? ABC, two-legged pullback. I don't think Apex, you don't have to have Windows. Apex actually works with a lot of different brokers. I believe like 1,000, I don't know, like almost like every broker seems like, any one that I'll be interested in. But Apex, you can use, you don't have to even use Apex for NinjaTrader. I prefer NinjaTrader because I like the feel of it. I love the hotkeys. It feels like trading is gamified for me, right? Because I can use my keyboard to enter trades. And it feels more like a game. And for me, growing up, my generation, or what I think my generation is, as a young panda, I played a lot of games, and gamifying trading for me, it just makes it more enjoyable. And I feel like NinjaTrader allows me to be able to do that. Gamifies trading for me. So it feels like a game I'm playing. It's the most lucrative game you could possibly play, but it feels like a game. It's a game of probabilities. We do have a two-legged pullback forming on the 10,000 tick chart, and it's tempting to take almost. Very tempting to take, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get a full-blown reversal here. Again, pandas, what do we look for if a reversal is strong or not? We're looking for gaps, right? And the gaps show the strength of the bears or bulls. So we have a perfect hit here, breakout, perfect hit, and bounces off of it. Right, another gap here, pandas, gap here, or you can even consider this gap, this whole thing being a gap, right? The break of this high, reversing here, right? Perfect touch at the bottom of the trading range, comes back up. Right, this is how we know if a trend is strong, right? Spike in channel now, turning to a spike in channel. Right, because you have gaps, right? Gaps are the best way to tell if a trend is strong or not, because that's telling us, right, how eager the bulls are entering this trade. Right, they're not even allowing bears to come out break even, right? Because there are bears here who sold the top of that. Right? It's not a strategy that we use, but institutions, right? There's always two-sided trading, so there has to be a reason why an institution wanted to go short right there, short or sell, whatever it is. The one thing I don't like about NinjaTrader, I wish actually NinjaTrader was web-based. I would love NinjaTrader being web-based, and them buying Tradeovate. I think they might have a chance that they can change it to be web-based. And when I say web-based, I want it to have all the same tools. I want it to have the same experience, but I want all that processing power to happen through their servers and their cloud computing. I would rather have all of that happen on their computers than my computer, because NinjaTrader is a heavy product. It is a heavy application, and it's not the it's not the best in terms of resources. So I actually love it if they turn web based, but yet still have all of the same functionality. "777 Trader says, I don't see a gap. Sorry if you're asking questions. For some reason, my, I don't know why, but I don't see green names anymore. So we do have the second entry short triggering on the 10K chart on literally the nastiest signal bar you can possibly imagine, right? Terrible signal bar. Still makes a nice scalp here on the 10K chart. To me, could have break of trend here to new high. 4 pushes up, reversing. We could have reversal here trying to fill this gap up now. Reversal here. I'll take a short entry. I'll take a failed second entry long here to go short again. I would take that. Right, also off the wedge, also double, sort of a double top here, but I'll take a reversal here if we get it. Second entry short, or sorry, a failed second entry long trap trade. Market's being stingy with us, not giving us our setup. Inside bar. We're below the 20 MA, right? So this is why I won't go long here. And I'm actually looking for a break of trend to new high on a strong downtrend. But we still have a gap here. We have this whole entire gap, and it might come back to try to fill the gap, and it makes a scalp immediately. So not looking to go short here now. So I could be reading this wrong, right? This might not be the first break of trend. If that's the case, if this is what's happening here, I gotta see it this way. And this might be the first break of trend, or let me actually get rid of that. It's a little messy. Wow. Right, this could be my first break of trend. At least it's the first break of the channel here on the spiking channel, and we might test a new high before going low. I just know I'm not going short right now. I can't go short, even on this reversal here. I refuse to go short. It does make a scalp though. Right, this gap still lives. Long live the gap. Future Trader says, I have custom indicators and auto strategies that I built, and he wouldn't want that to happen on the NT server. Yeah, I mean, to each his own. Some may not want it to be on your local machine because who knows, maybe the power goes out. I guess you can say the same. Maybe the servers go down. You should look. Alamin, look it up. You might not need to have NinjaTrader to trade Apex. I mean, you could maybe use Tradeovate. I'm sure they're like, probably available for as many brokers as they could possibly have. Their preferred is NinjaTrader. I think they probably have a partnership with them, but can't go short here. Cannot go short here. Terrible signal bar also. Middle of the trading range, getting choppy again. So those who went short here, thoughts and prayers to you. Anyone who went short right there, thoughts and prayers. Almost want to go long here. Almost going long here, but that top of the trading range is preventing me. But context-wise, this looks like a long trade. That looks like a long trade, right? Higher low setup. Off the 20 MA. I want another failed second entry short. If we get that, I'm going long. If we get another failed second short, I'm going long. Right? Thinking we're going to make a new high here. Alright, that's not a failed second entry short. That makes a point immediately. Okay, I guess I'm not in that trade. Okay, Alamin wants to, he has a couple of other reasons why, so gotta do what you gotta do. Murat Khan FA asks, what makes a signal bar terrible? Well, if you're trying to go long, the signal bar is bearish, right? Or not even bearish, it's not bullish, right? Say I want to go long, but the signal bar, right? Basically a signal bar is a bar before your entry bar, before you enter. Right here, for instance, that's a signal bar, right? If you want to go long here, on this signal bar is not bad because it's bullish. Right? You got a pin bar and basically hammer, and you can go long there, right? Because that's a good signal bar. This, right? This is a good signal bar as well to go short. What's a bad signal bar? This is not a good signal bar to go short, right? Because look how bullish it is. It's as simple as that. If you want to be really technical, you can say, right, if the candle closes on the bottom third, it's bearish. On the upper third, it's bullish. Anywhere in between, it's just neutral. You don't know. Oh, looking for that new high, which I expected. Why I want to go long here if this trap failed. Or sorry, if this second entry failed, I want to go long because I was looking for this new high, which is what's happening right now. Right, Godric says, and avoid trades where there are multiple inside bars. So when you start get congestion, even if you might have a really good signal bar, right, like a strong, like for instance here, right, you have maybe a good signal bar to go short here with this big bear bar, but you have 1, 2, 3, 4 overlapping bars. So this is just a trading range, very difficult to enter that. Again here, right, really good strong bear bar, but look at the context: 1, 2, 3 overlapping bars, and now you actually make your scalp here, but it goes down, it comes all the way back up, comes back down. So 2 pushes up on that. Oh man, how is this being read right now? Is this break a trend, attempt a new low, double bottom? Now we're making a new high, so are we in a strong uptrend again? I wouldn't be surprised because the 10K chart just showed a reversal setup here, right? It's a 3 here. It's not a magenta 3, but still, it's a 3 here. This two-legged pullback failed to reverse and continue this downtrend. Instead, it reverses and we're coming up now. So, again, like I said, I think today, right, I wouldn't be surprised to come down, we come back up. Like, I'm not sure how far down we're going to go. Like, we come all the way down here and come back up, but because of tomorrow's FOMC, I'm not sure if the market has any real conviction on which way it wants to really go, other than it just being really volatile right now. It's just super high volume. And it's awesome. It's awesome for us. But unfortunately, today it's a little choppier, right? Today we're getting like a lot of chop here and a lot of, traps back and forth. I don't like that. So I skipped a lot of trades. It took 1 trade, got my bamboo already. Pandas, my pandas. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Type a 1 in the chat if you're green today. Type a 2 in the chat if you're red. Type a 3 in the chat if you have been flat all day today. Let me get a temperature. What's happening with you guys? Sometimes days like this are harder for others. Sometimes people love days like this. I, on the other hand, I find myself sitting on my hands a lot, my paws, because I see so much choppiness. I don't feel, man, like I really like this trade a lot. That was probably my favorite setup in terms of context. But the setup itself was not good, right? It's a two-legged pullback, clean two-legged pullback, A, B, C. This is a terrible signal bar. And terrible because, look, it ends on the top third of the bar. It's green, right? It's a bull bar. Just, right, the big tail underneath it. Just couldn't take it. Couldn't take it. big bull run, right? With a 10K reversal setup, right? This is a reversal setup, right? You got break a trend to new low, and new low makes a trap trade to the long side above the 20 EMA. And then we got a breakout, a full-on reversal, and I wouldn't be surprised we come all the way back to yesterday's close. I wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't be hard at all for the market to do that, to be honest. Nice, nice. I see a lot of ones here. A lot of ones, couple twos, which is unfortunate. Again, I hope if you have a two, hopefully it's on the evaluation account where it's not actual real money, but at least it's money going towards, right, fulfilling a goal to get funded. And regardless, this is an uptrend right now. I'm gonna consider this an uptrend, and I have to wait for break of trend. Actually, I'm not really looking for break of trend. I'm not looking for a reversal right now. I'm actually looking to go long if I can get it. And the reason why I think this is a very strong uptrend is because we have a gap here that has not been filled. Big gap again, big gap again. We're getting gaps everywhere, right? These breakouts are creating gaps, not coming back to fill them up again. So these gaps here are all here showing us the strength of the bulls. By the way, all these gaps, this definition of gaps is purely by Al Brooks. If you follow Al Brooks, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about these gaps here. And the reason why I mention Al Brooks is because he's the only one who defines gaps like this. Right now, there's a gap here. I don't know if this gap will last because it comes after a two-legged pullback. I would like to go long if I can. I like to go long if I get a chance here. I'm actually going to long on the second entry long here. It's not close to 20 MA, but because of the context right now, I feel like I gotta go long. Just give me a decent signal bar and I'll take it. Actually, it's pretty far away. I want to actually at least hit the middle of this trend line right now. That'd be nice. Give me at least to the middle. 'We do have a second entry long here, pandas, but man, oh man, oh man. It's the middle of nowhere. It really is the middle of nowhere. Hits the top. I mean, it's still a gap here. It's a Pikachu trade in the middle of nowhere. It's hard to take, in my opinion. 77 Trader says, I've never seen a two-legged pullback strategy. This is interesting but strange to me. I'm not sure if I like it. It seems a lot of missed opportunities. Is this normal or just a slow trading day? It's a fair question. And to be honest, the setups that come, because we're looking for 90% or greater setups, we have a lot of criteria that needs to be met. We need to be with trend. We need to have a two-legged pullback off a key area. We need to have a good signal bar. And with all of those things combined, we can make a trade. And so the setups, if the chart was just filled with 90% or greater setups like that, then I think, you know, something's wrong, to be honest. So the setups you get, maybe 5 or 6 a day. You get 5 or 6 a day. On stream, we might get, you know, 1 or 2 setups a day on stream. $777 Trader says, I think he needs, I'm not sure what definition you're using for first or second entry, but we might be using different entries here. So much chop here, cannot enter any trade. Right, the price action here is just telling us this is getting choppy, but essentially bull flag, right? We're just making a bull flag right now, just waiting, sitting on our pause. Right, if you look at the 10K chart, essentially what's happening is a triangle, right? We have an inside bar, triangle being made. That means it's a breakout mode. I'm not looking to go short here. I'm actually looking to go long if we actually fail and go long here. I'd rather go long there. Right, so we're on breakout mode right now on the 10K chart, making that inside bar. So you can, on this stream, we trade only one single setup because we try to keep things as simple as possible. And that's why we trade only one single setup. And with that, hopefully, in my opinion, if you just have one setup that works, that you can do over and over again, that's all you need. The problem is that because it's one setup, you're going to, it's difficult, right? You have to wait for it to come to you. Look at how many failed breakdowns this is. This is crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 hits on this bottom right here. It's really, really a lot of hits. Breaks down. Might come back to the bottom of our trading range. Might fill this gap here that we've drew. If we get a two-legged pullback off of the bottom of our trend line, I'm taking it to go long. Also, probably take a long on a failed breakdown. I should keep that there because that gap actually still exists. It's 2-tick gap, half a point gap. Yeah, the members know like my trades. All my trades I take off stream, and they kind of know how much money I make every day, so they can kind of tell you. They can tell you exactly what I'm doing. But yeah, that's for members only. It's exclusive to members, and I do that because sharing, how much money you make every day. It's a very vulnerable thing to do. It's a very scary thing to do, especially on something like the internet. That's also why I'm a panda. You're basically telling people how much money you have, and I don't want people to know that in my identity, right? Either I let them know that, but I don't want them to know who I am, or I let them know who I am, and I just won't let them know how much money I make. It's one or the other, and so this world is a crazy place, and I do not trust. I really value privacy. I really do. We do have a breakdown of this trend line, first break of trend. Do I think it's going to reverse here? I'm not sure. I mean, we have first break of trend, so technically we should have another push up. But with this many bear bars, right, coming down so far, we almost filled this gap. And I don't have a setup really, right? I need 2 pushes down to make a second entry short. So A, B, whoops. I will need 2 of these, A, B, C, right, in order for me to go long. And it's quite a lot of price action that I have to wait for here. And I gotta wait for it. Murat can FVS, do you have a Discord server? We do. It's a 2-legged pullback Discord, but it's only available for those who purchase the deluxe edition of the 2-legged pullback indicator. I may open it up to other people, but it will have to be for a fee. And the reason being is because people pay money to enter that Discord. And it's a place where we all gather together, right? Like I said, we have about 5 or 6 good setups maybe in a day. Every day, and that's like average, right? Sometimes you have 4 setups in a day. Sometimes you have 10 setups in a day. Who knows? But it's, that's kind of where we start to talk about those other setups that we see. Yep. So everyone has different strategies here, but I think what people do enjoy is the price action. Right? The fact that I'm reading every bar by bar, saying, look, measuring all these gaps, right? Measuring all these moves, right? Swing trades, right? We have a swing trade here, gonna move up here. The reason why we have small consolidations because the swing trade was completed, and but kept going up. And so you have all of these little things that are happening with price action, telling us exactly what the institutions are doing, and the better accurate picture you have of that, the better it is. So I'm looking to go long here, pandas. You know, I'm looking to go long. What needs to happen is this setup needs to happen like this, and I need to go long here, and I gotta wait for it. Yeah, I don't want an outside bar reversal. I don't want an outside bar reversal, which looks like it might happen if it does trigger. I need a second pullback, right? I need a second pullback in order to have a second entry. Second pullback. Terrible signal bar. Right, we got first break of trend, and we're looking for a new high now. And if I get a decent signal bar, I'm actually gonna go long here. This is your signal bar right now, and I cannot go long on this signal bar. It's so bad. I cannot go long on a signal bar. If I'm gonna skip this amazing trade over here, I'm definitely skipping that trade right there. And it's actually a failed second entry long right now. About to trigger a trap trade to the downside. We're in trap city. This is why I skip bad signal bars, because it ends up becoming trading ranges, right? That's why it's not good to trade bad signal bars, because what you end up doing is you're trying to trade a breakout on a smaller time frame. That's what you're trying to trade. And as we know, most breakouts fail. If most breakouts were successful, right, the market would be broken. It wouldn't make sense, right? The market wouldn't make sense if most breakouts failed, because that means everyone will be making money basically on every breakout. Most strategies are balanced, yeah, the market's pretty balanced. So any strategy, you have a very small edge. If we get another failed second entry short, I'll take it. Inside bar. That looks really strong. Yeah, I should have taken that. I should have taken that trade right there. I should have done it. I have another chance to enter in. I'm gonna set my pause. It already makes a scalp. But that actually was a good trade right there for a scalp. One of those 90% trades. Ends bullish. I missed a good opportunity there. The reason why it's a little tricky is because this triggers and it never triggers a reversal, so we couldn't really see that happening. I'll take a trap here, pandas. Give me a trap. I will still go long here if we get a good, decent signal bar. Reversal off the 20 MA. I'll go long here still. Terrible signal bar. If we stay above, I still may go long here. If we close above the 20 MA, I still may go long here. Basically, I'm going to attach this to the indicator, and we'll move right away if it does give us a nice green bar here. Looking to go long, high or low setup. I'm going to swing this a little bit here. The 2x reward here would be up here. I'm not sure if it'll go that high, but we'll see. Pandas can dream. It's currently a failed reversal, but I took this reversal because I like the context. I'm looking for a new high still, right? First break of trend. And with that reversal here, I'm thinking this is a reversal setup to get to a new high here, and that's what I'm aiming for. Let's see if we'll get it. I may lose it, I may win it, but I'm trading only 2 contracts, so if I lose it, it's all good. Don't mind it. Strong push up here. We might get our 2 times risk reward. Let's go, baby. Ooh. Should I just protect my profits? Oh, no, 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 don't go down. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't even think about it. No, you gotta wait. You gotta at least get a new high. We're getting a new high. At least a new high here. Yeah. Getting at least a new high here. You know what? I'm just gonna protect my profits. I'm gonna just put it underneath. No! Come on, reach my goal. Reach my 2 times risk reward. I know you can do it. Wow, this is getting so volatile. Oh, I'm so scared. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it here. At least I don't lose any money on this trade. I'm gonna hold it. I don't lose money on this trade. But I want to reach my goal. I want to reach my 2 times risk reward because we're so close. Is it worth it? Should I just come out a little early, pandas? Give me a 1 in the chat if I should just protect my profits and take it out, or should I wait? Oh, let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. And now, pandas, imagine, pandas, if you multiply that by 4 accounts, $1.8 million a year if you can make an average of that, right? Swing trades always stress me out because it's so different. The feeling is so different from scalping because you have to hold on to the trade for so long to hit your target. And look, it hits my target, pokes above a little bit and reverses. And I think a lot of institutions took that same trade as I did. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. That's what we call bamboo. That's what we call getting your bamboo. Let's go, baby. Most stressful thing. Okay, honestly, it's not easy peasy, easy money. I was so stressed. Like, I can't tell you how many times, like, I was 1 point away from my target and it just reverses on me, stops me out. And then maybe later it comes back up to my target. I cannot tell you how many times it has done that. But today, pandas, we're taking what the market gives us and the market's giving us this. So let's go, baby. Easy peasy. Easy money. Let's go, baby. Pandas, we'll end the stream off right there. I think I'm good for today, pandas. And pandas, I traded only 2 contracts. I only was risking what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was risking about $700, but for the reward, 2 times risk reward on a good setup like that, we're still looking at my first break of trend, looking for that new high. That's the price action trading we're looking for, pandas, on a strong uptrend. That's exactly what we want. Alright, pandas, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. And yeah, 9 o'clock for the members, right? Make sure you guys come to the pre-market show. If you're a member and you're missing the pre-market show, you're not taking advantage of your membership. So make sure you guys join the pre-market show at 9:15 we'll start the main stream. And tomorrow is going to be an interesting day, pandas. Tomorrow will be an interesting day, and I'm actually contemplating if I should keep my stream up all the way up, right? I might just keep up in the morning, put a pause there for a while, and then turn it back on near the FOMC meeting, and might take another session there. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Maybe start a new stream, who knows? But I'll decide tomorrow. But pandas, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification button to know if I do come back tomorrow afternoon during FOMC meeting. You'll know. Just make sure that you guys hit that notification button so you guys can trade. You'll have someone to trade with in the crazy volatility that I think personally, right? We think the volatility is crazy right now. After Wednesday or during Wednesday at 2 p.m., I think we're going to see some volatility. In my opinion, if we think volatility is crazy right now, I can't imagine if the volatility is even more after FOMC meeting, how much crazier it might be. So I'm gonna brace myself. I probably won't be in any trade during that time just because how crazy it can be. But I'm telling you right now, people are making fortunes right now. People are definitely making fortunes right now, and tomorrow is gonna be no exception. So pandas, I'll see you guys bright and early. And as always, happy trading and God bless. Bye.